Hey, I'm Dr. Nikki Gonzalez from Balanced Physical Therapy, physical therapist and strength and conditioning specialist, and today let's talk about the bench press. So the first thing we want to make sure we do when performing a bench press is be sure we're safe. So making sure we have clips on the bar, make sure our bench is aligned centrally under our rack, and then let's get underneath the bar. And I want to make sure to start that the bar is right in line with my eyes. So talking about our grip, so when we're gripping the bar, I recommend personally for a closed grip just to ensure safety. Another thing we should think about is actually stacking our wrist. So when the bar is on us like so, I don't want to be all the way back like that. That puts a tremendous amount of strain on my wrist. So if I grip the bar in a neutral C position like that, that'll be better for me. So now, as we come down, I want my hands to be wide enough for me so that I'm about at a 70-degree angle in this plane of motion to about here, and then up towards the bar. So like I said, the bar needs to be at my eye level, and I just want it to be even on both sides. So usually finding a place on the bar, such as little marks like this, I can make it even on both sides. So if we look down at my feet, I want to make sure that my feet are helping stabilize me here. If my feet are out like that, I have no push from my lower body. So my feet should be underneath my knees. I should brace my core, and I'm going to lift off of the bench, or off of the holder there. My abs are tight, my shoulder blades are actually going to be locked down and pinned down so that any form of impingement is not going to be occurring. And I'm going to slowly lower the bar down towards the middle of my chest, and I will not be bouncing it, and back up. So I should also be cueing and thinking about my breathing during that. So a checklist I can go through before each repetition that I perform is thinking about my breathing, my bracing of my core, and pushing through my legs so that it's a concerted effort throughout my entire body to push the bar away. So at the top of the lift, as I'm here, get my grip back, abs are tight, feet are underneath me. I'm going to lift off. I'm going to inhale, exhale. I'm braced, I'm pushing, down, and back up, in tempo. So if you feel like either you cannot handle the weight in your back, or if you feel like you're shaking or unable to perform this, maybe we need to go down in load and focus on technique more. Or if you feel like as the bar is coming down, it's coming too low and you can't quite control it, that's another, either a technique day needs to be thought about, or taking that load down so that we can really control the weight well. The two common mistakes that I often see with this exercise is either the bar coming down too high or too low. Both of those mistakes are going to put undue stress on our shoulder joint. So let's talk about how we can fix those. So starting with if the bar is too high. So if I'm here and the bar is coming up too high, if you look at my shoulder from the side, I'm in a bit of external rotation, which is really hard for me to control like that. So that's going to be really tough on my shoulder joint. If I keep the bar lower down at this side, this is a more neutral position for my shoulder down here to the middle of my chest. The difference between this and this. The second mistake that I commonly see is the bar coming too low. So if we come down and the bar is coming this way, you'll notice that the first thing right off the bat in my left shoulder there is my shoulder blade starting to tilt forward. So that bit of medial rotation in the glenohumeral joint, or my shoulder joint, causing my shoulder blade to tilt forward like this. So another key for that is just to pinch those shoulder blades together, pin it down, brace, and come down like so. So something that you can think about is having someone watching you or setting up a video just from the side so you can see that your bar path is almost completely vertical. It should have a little bit of forward motion, but it should only be 1 to 2 inches. So going back to our strength and conditioning concept video with regards to rep ranges and and load, I want you to think about what your goal for this exercise is. If your goal is to improve overall strength, and that means you should be putting a decent amount of load onto the bar, higher weight, lower reps. If our goal is to build up the endurance or stamina of these muscles, we want to go a lower weight and higher repetition range, anywhere from 10 to 12 to 10 to 20. If you found this information particularly helpful, please check us out on our Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube pages at balancept.com. Thank you.